please stop throwing hundreds of dollars at salon appointments just to watch your roots come back 3 weeks later. I'm 53, and I was about to accept that looking like myself meant being trapped in an endless, expensive cycle until I discovered there was another way. It used to be just a few grays at my temples. Then it was my part. Then my whole hairline. But one morning, I looked in the mirror after my latest box dye session, and what I saw wasn't the vibrant hair I wanted. It was dry, brittle, straw-like hair with visible damage at the ends. I stood there touching these broken strands, and I just started crying because I realized something. The thing I was using to look younger was actually making my hair look older. This wasn't healthy hair. This was hair that had been stripped and damaged over and over again, and I had no idea how to stop the cycle. I'm 54 years old, and for the last 5 years, I've been trapped in the box dye cycle. Every 3 weeks, the same exhausting routine. Mix bottle A with bottle B, section my hair perfectly, put on those plastic gloves, set a timer for 45 minutes, try not to stain my bathroom, scrub my hairline, rinse forever. And by the time I was done, my bathroom looked like a crime scene and my hair felt like it had been through a war. I tried everything. Expensive salon appointments that cost $200 every 6 weeks, gentle box dyes that still reeked of ammonia, root touch-up powders that washed off in the rain. Nothing worked the way I needed it to. My hair just kept getting more damaged, more brittle, and every coloring session became a reminder of what I was sacrificing just to cover my grays. Not just my time, not just my money, my hair health. If that sounds familiar, if you've ever stood in your bathroom surrounded by stained towels, wondering if there's a better way, then what I'm about to share will change everything. Because 4 months ago, I discovered the real reason box dyes were destroying my hair. And once I understood that, once I knew what those harsh chemicals were actually doing, I was able to stop the damage for good. See, for years, I thought hair damage from coloring was just unavoidable. Maybe it was the price of covering grays. Maybe it was just what happens when you dye your hair. Maybe there was no way around it. But that didn't explain why some women had beautifully colored hair that still looked healthy and shiny, or why my friend who colors her hair looks like she just walked out of a commercial. It didn't add up until I learned about what happens inside your hair every time you use traditional dyes. Here's the truth they don't tell you. Your hair isn't just getting colored, it's getting stripped. Traditional box dyes use ammonia and harsh chemicals to force open your hair cuticle. They blast away your natural pigment and shove in synthetic color. Every single time you dye, you're ripping open that cuticle again and again. That's why your hair feels like straw. That's why the color fades so fast. That's why you need to dye more often, which causes more damage, which makes you need to dye even more. It's a vicious cycle, and the hair dye industry profits from keeping you trapped in it. The more damaged your hair becomes, the more products you think you need. Glossing treatments, bond repair serums, deep conditioning masks. It's a billion-dollar cycle, and you've been stuck in it for years. But here's where everything changed for me. I came across Polar, a gray coverage solution created with natural, plant-based pigments instead of harsh chemicals. The formula uses botanical color technology that deposits pigment gently on the hair surface without forcing open the cuticle. Combined with reishi mushrooms, it doesn't just cover your grays, it actually nourishes your hair while it colors. No ammonia, no harsh chemicals, no damage. I was skeptical. How could something that works in 10 minutes actually be effective? But I ordered a bottle anyway, and I committed to trying it. Just apply to dry hair, wait 10 minutes, and rinse. That's it. No mixing, no gloves, no mess, no stained bathroom. The first time I used it, I actually laughed out loud. That was it? That's all I had to do? Week 2, my hair felt different, softer, like it could finally recover from years of chemical abuse. Week 6, my grays were still covered. No roots peeking through. No emergency touch-ups needed. Week 12, my hair didn't just look colored. It looked healthy, shiny, like it did before I ever started dyeing. For the first time in 5 years, covering my grays didn't feel like a punishment. But the real transformation wasn't just physical. It was emotional. Because when your hair looks healthy again, so does your confidence. I stopped dreading my roots growing in. I stopped blocking out entire afternoons for dye sessions. I stopped spending hundreds at the salon. And when my daughter told me my hair looked amazing, I actually believed her. Now here's what I need you to understand. Polar didn't give me a miracle. It gave me something better. It gave me back my time, my money, and my hair health. Because when you stop assaulting your hair with harsh chemicals every few weeks, it can finally recover. Here's what makes Polar different from every box dye you've tried. Natural plant-based pigments that deposit color gently without damaging your hair structure. So your hair gets healthier, not more damaged. A 10-minute application time, so you get your weekends back. Coverage that lasts 4 to 6 weeks, so you can finally escape the constant touch-up cycle. One bottle lasts up to 4 months, so you save hundreds compared to salon visits. These aren't filler ingredients. These are are natural botanicals working together to cover your grays while giving your hair what it needs to thrive. And here's the best part. You can try it completely risk-free. If you've been burned by empty promises before, we get it. That's why Polar offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Try it for yourself. If you don't see beautifully covered grays, if your hair doesn't feel healthier, if you don't feel like yourself again, just send it back for a full refund. No questions asked. You lose nothing but your skepticism. So right now, you have two choices. Choice one, you can close this page, keep using the same harsh box dyes that aren't working. Keep watching your hair get more damaged. Keep spending your weekends in a stained bathroom. Keep feeling trapped. Choice two, you can take action. You can give your hair the gentle coverage it deserves. You can break free from the damage cycle, and you can finally look in the mirror and love what you see. The choice is yours, but I'll tell you this, the longer you wait, the more damage you're doing, because every box dye session strips your hair more. Every harsh chemical weakens it further, but every time you choose Polar, you're one step closer to the healthy, vibrant hair you deserve. Click the button below right now, and let's start your transformation today, because the woman staring at that damaged hair in the mirror deserves to feel beautiful again.